It really is inspiring because he is brave enough to try things and see what sticks.
When I came along to do Ragnarok, I basically just said, look, man, you just got to be more of yourself.
Does it have to be in that order?
To make the character more relatable.
Before we begin with this video, here's a quick and an easy question for you all. Can you all tell us if Chris Hemsworth served as one of the executive producers for the movie Thor Love and Thunder? If you know the right answer, let us know in the comment section down below or stick to the end of the video, which is when I'm going to reveal the answer to this question. Hey guys, and welcome to FilMonger Entertainment, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And in today's video, we're going to look at Thor Love and Thunder's latest behind the scenes.
God of Thunder,
King Yakan!
you have finally joined our fight.
Well, as they say, better late than not at all.
It is very nice. As you know, we used to live in a peaceful oasis, but then our gods were murdered.
Murdered?
So Natalie Portman is now back in the MCU. She's back in the Thor franchise, and in a bigger, better, bolder way. And it's extremely exciting because she's now the mighty Thor. She's no longer Thor's girlfriend, the scientist in Albuquerque. She's now the mighty Thor who has the hammer, and she's got the cape and the armor.
This is 10 years now. To have the opportunity to do another one is just mind-blowing, you know? It's going to be incredible. What a classic Thor adventure!
We all have patiently waited for Thor Love and Thunder, and it's finally here. The excitement and the marketing surrounding this movie is quite exciting and quite palpable. And we're all very happy that it is finally here. The stars have been sharing behind-the-scenes photos, stories, and everything else that's making the fans of Marvel salivate.
Far more immersive than working traditional blue screen, green screen. You know, you have the environment projected on those screens and it is reflected back upon you. You know, instead of having to imagine what you're looking at in the environment, it's right there on the screen. So it is more immersive, and it makes for I think a more fun and vivid experience.
The newest behind-the-scenes knowledge comes from Natalie Portman, who portrays Jane Foster, aka the mighty Thor. The actress has revealed one of the best scenes from the film that was shot in the parking lot. How's that for movie magic?
I won't say which scene, but there's one scene that's one of the most beautiful visually scenes I've seen on film that we shot in real life at the Best Buy parking lot. Do you remember that? Yeah. And it's just kind of wild to be on this size movie, and we were literally in a parking lot with a blue screen and being doing this really dramatic thing. And it looks so stunning.
According to Natalie Portman, there's one scene that's one of the most visually beautiful scenes that she has ever seen on film, and they shot it in real life in a Best Buy parking lot. That is certainly unbelievable considering that Thor Love and Thunder looks striking from the trailers alone. Ragnarok had the same type of style, and we know that the visuals in the film are outstanding. This just goes out to show that the director Taika Waititi and the SFX crew are doing their best to bring out the most beautiful film and use some nifty tricks to get that done. Before we jump into the next video, here's a quick shout out to our Instagram page, Filmongerfficial. If you're someone who loves Marvel and DC updates or any kind of Marvel and DC memes, then this is your one stop.
Thor Love and Thunder, we used the volume, which is basically it's a big circular room made of LED screens, and you project your environments on the screen. So imagine 1,000 televisions all in a big circle in the ceiling as well, and then you put an entire environment 360 degrees. And what's great is it lights the characters, and the actors themselves can see all of the stuff.
Natalie Portman added, "It's so wild to be on this size of movie, and we were literally in a parking lot with a blue screen, doing this really dramatic thing. It looks so stunning on film, but every time I see it, I'm like, that's a Best Buy parking lot." It is quite strange that the usage of something so simple has led to one of the most beautiful scenes in Thor Love and Thunder. However, great filmmakers can find ways to make anything look gorgeous by using the bare minimum of technologies. Taika Waititi is a masterful director, so it makes perfect sense that he would get something so awe-striking by simply using a screen in a Best Buy parking lot.
In what is supposed to be New Asgard, and they built, and it's all practical, and it just
astounding. Like, it's so beautiful. It looks like this like seaside Norway little town with like bars and like it's crazy how beautiful that set was.
Yeah, it was
like
great.
that. You're just like, wow.
It's nice to be on locations and like, yeah, it's like more and more everyone's been stuck in studios and just blue screens, and to actually go to a giant set that was literally had little alleyways.
Natalie Portman has been offering fans all the tricks they have used while filming this new MCU entry. Naturally, since Natalie Portman is going to wield the Mjolnir in the film, she has become bigger than expected. Also spoke about how the crew basically created a deck for her to walk on next to Chris Hemsworth so that she might be seen as big as he is. She needs the mighty to be in the mighty Thor.
So we find we find Valkyrie at the beginning of this film as King of New Asgard, and she's so proud to be that because she loves her people so intensely. But, she has spent her whole life, which represents thousands and thousands of years, as a career soldier and being a part of, a group and a cistern of fighters. And I think she's really missing that. She's missing a sense of adventure. She's missing that camaraderie.
Clearly, Taika Waititi is using what he must to ensure he is getting the best product for Thor Love and Thunder. And the director has also spoken about how this film is the most ambitious thing he has ever done. We wonder if the scene in the parking lot has to do with Chris Hemsworth showing off his rear end. Imagine the shoppers that day driving by and seeing that. Either way, we are excited to see what this film has to offer and find out which scene was shot via the bonus features when the film makes it to home in the next 6 months.
Oh my God, I cannot believe it!
Now, I got to watch this movie and here's my takeaway. The film will not recreate the magic that we saw playing out in the preceding film. The trouble here is that it misses immaculate cocktail of intelligent, humor-laced writing and carefully crafted set pieces that Thor Ragnarok had, which is why it became one of the best MCU movies ever.
Which hammer do you prefer, Mjolnir or Stormbreaker?
Tough choice, like choosing between your children, I started the journey with Mjolnir, but Mjolnir has since moved on, and so Stormbreaker, I'd say, is now my close sidekick.
What are you more, love or thunder, and why?
Yeah, God, I don't know. You have to ask close friends of mine. A bit of both at times. I think love, I'm going to go with love.
Despite Taika Waititi being given more control this time, this feels crafted in the traditional Marvel mold, designed as per the good old formula that Kevin Feige has perfected over the last 1.5 decades. In other words, the film watches like your typical MCU movie. I get why Kevin Feige and team persist with the formula. The formula wherein the scenes that are supposed to be emotional and serious are tinged with a little bit of humor, as though the writers are nervous about fans not being able to stomach all that sentiment.
This great sense of humor, but also wonderful sincerity as well. And it's actually a really beautiful film, Love and Thunder, because it's funny as hell and it's very moving as well.
Ragtag motley crew, misfit desperados, turn the tide in the battle and etch their names in history.
Alright guys, that's it for today's video, and the answer to the question I asked you at the beginning of the video is yes. Chris Hemsworth is one of the executive producers in the movie Thor Love and Thunder. Alright guys, we'll see you around next time with another brand new video. Till then, keep watching FilMonger Entertainment. Bye guys.